What's up, Sagittarius? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a general tarot reading coming up for the full moon on October 28th. It will be at 4:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be at 5 degrees Taurus. For Sagittarius Ascendant, it will be in your 6th or 5th house. So it's going to be the way you feel about your inner world. That's what the moon represents, your inner world, the way you think and feel. And that's going to be 6th house will be your personal health, or maybe you're contemplating getting a fuzzy animal, that type of thing. Having a new health regimen, maybe changing your diet, the way you eat. 5th house, house of self-expression. So that's going to be like the way you present yourself to the world. It could be like speculative ventures. Maybe you're thinking about gambling or investing, something like that. Or changing the way you look, even. It could be something like that, even though it could be 1st house as well. But generally, it's just 5th house is the way you express yourself. It could just be like you're thinking about your personality and, you know, the way you think about it and feel about it. Something like that. It will be in the 3rd mansion of the moon. I'll put a picture of that up there. It's called Altaraya. It is not good for new relationships, but it is good for making money. Good for gain. And you can read about it. I'll have a picture of it up. That being said, let's get your reading, Sagittarius. Oh, well, you might be one of the current situation looks okay. Bright cards. It's like being noticed in some way. It's like you're asking about fame or being noticed. You could be cusping water or have water in your chart like I do. I'm a heavy Sag as well, but I am not a sun. I'm ascendant and a moon and a Mercury and a Uranus. A lot of Sagittarius in my chart. I even look like a Sagittarius. Blonde hair, blue eye. It's a typical Sag look. It can be a Scorpio look too. Scorpio comes in 2 different looks. It's going to be like you're going to get the blonde hair, blue eyed Scorpios, and you'll see them like a Ryan Gosling or a Leo DiCaprio. And you'll get like the short, hairy, bald ones as far as male goes. With women, I'm not quite as sure. I know better for males because I'm a male and I've studied it for a male. A lot of times it's going to be really dark features or really light features for Scorpio. Sagittarius is generally light features, generally tall. I'm not particularly tall. The people that are like Sag Sun, generally they're going to be kind of taller, more athletic build because that's what the sign's associated with. It's Jupiter, man. Zeus. Let's get the overall. Oh, right there. Time to give rather than take. It's been a while since I've been making any videos. I had to go and give. I had to go teach some classes in Seattle to law enforcement about psychology. And then I caught COVID. I had a 8-hour delayed flight to get there. Was able to at least do my class. And then caught COVID right afterwards. And been sick ever since. So I've been recovering. Time to give rather than take. This question looks like fame. You're asking about fame or being discovered in some way. Because you got the Sun with the Hierophant, and then you got the Chariot. You know, you're wanting to be seen as victorious, like, or discovered in some way. That's what it seems like the question's all about. Like, and the most famous sign in the zodiac is Sagittarius. Sagittarius suns by sun sign is the most famous sign. Can't be denied. Look it up. So you could be asking about that. Maybe you're trying to be discovered. And as a Sag, if you keep at it, you probably will end up famous. Because that's just kind of how it goes. One of the most famous people in the world right now is a Sagittarius, Taylor Swift. The only reason I know so much about Taylor Swift is because the NFL keeps ramming her down my throat. This is the current path. You got the Tower, which is a sudden change. Something sudden happening, causing squabbling. And it could be at a social event. Again, if you're trying to be discovered in some way, like you have a presence on social media or something like that, something happens and it gets people talking or arguing. You know what I mean? And these are the people, you know, this is your community or like your subscribers or anything like that or whatever. Maybe you're a politician or just anything like that in a social sphere. You know, you're going to have people, something's going to happen and the people are going to be squabbling, right? And these are your people. And that's on this path. This other path looks like an ending, something being hidden, secrets, like being stabbed. This is being stabbed in the back on this path. Like, I mean, if you shine very bright, you're going to have a lot of freaking haters. That's just what it is. If you're a really famous Sagittarius or like you're maybe not super famous, but you have a lot of friends and a lot of people who look up to you, that kind of thing, for whatever reason, social media, people are going to want to stab you in the back. They're going to try to destroy you. It's just how it's going to work. And with the moon and the 10 of swords, definitely you're worried about somebody trying to stab you in the back in some way. Like you're worried about it. I don't know if it's going to come to fruition, but you're definitely worried about it. Like you're feeling like there's some kind of secrets or something being hidden from you. But we'll get clarifiers on it to see if there's anything to kind of to that, or if you're just worrying. Saying it's time to give rather than take. I mean, if you're famous, I mean, it's what it's all about anyway, right? Even though you're probably making a lot or being recognized a lot, it's still about what you're giving out that people are interested in. That's why you're famous, whatever that may be, or whatever is giving you attention. This is the advice. Be the emperor. Work hard. Work hard. 2 work cards. It's just saying, you're going to have to be strong and tough for others because the people are looking up to you. I mean, that's just what it is. You have to be the emperor. Like, you need to be resolute. If you're around people looking up to you, you have to be strong and resolute. Don't let stuff get to you easily. Haters are going to hate. That's just what it is. There's going to be people that want to bring you down, but there's also going to be a ton of people supporting you. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't be recognized or famous, right? But it's saying work hard. Stick to it. And if you're trying to get discovered, stick to it. Be resolute, stout. You can do it. The outcome looks good, Queen of Wands could be you, could be me, right? I'm the heavy Sag. Maybe I'm about to be famous. It's the give and take, right? Or somebody from your past. There could be a fire sign specifically that you meet or that's helping you out in some way with whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe it's your assistant. Maybe it's just someone that's helping you on your path. It could be your significant other or spouse. There's a lot of fire in my wife's chart, so it could definitely be that. It could just be us as Sagittarians. It could just be you sitting there surrounded by understanding the give and take, or helping people, giving rather than taking. That's what it says, right? It's time to give rather than take, and then feeling fulfilled because of that, because you're able to give something back and you feel good about it. And there's nothing that feels better, at least in my opinion, than being able to have something that you can't offer to others and then being able to give it. I mean, that was why I traveled to Seattle, right? I had knowledge that they wanted, and I gave it for free. They didn't pay me. They paid for me to go there, and they paid for my lodging. That's it. I didn't require them to pay me anything. The year before they did pay me, but I did a speech, so that was different. But yeah, it's all about giving. Give what you can. I mean, if you have something valuable, or people enjoy something about you or anything like that, even if you're just making them feel better for whatever reason, it's a good thing. Yeah, this looks like your work, And again, you got the Queen of Wands again. So, I mean, definitely could be you. Definitely could be me, maybe even. And, it's saying your work, your new journey. And it could be that maybe you get discovered in some way, and this could be a new journey coming. And that's what it looks like, Or, it's a new path. Being discovered from something you've done for work. Like whatever you did for work, like for some reason it got discovered or blowed up in some way. And like, that Queen of Wands is just you sitting there like all victorious, like, look at me. I mean, look at that queen. She's like, she's got the big pine cone on the end of her rod there. It's the pineal gland. It's being awake, If you have something to give. Now, something happens that gets people talking, but that also may be what gives you your attention or your fame or your discovery. And it looks like a new project. The Aeon is the trial, and this one's called the trial of the Aeon. It's really judgment, but it's called the trial of the Aeon. It's the final trials that you have to go through before, you get whatever you want. Prince of Cups could be involved. It could be a water sign involved. You could be cusping Scorpio. There's definitely the Empress here. So it could be a new project. Something you got discovered for. And, all the princes in this deck are moving forward. Could be something that you're, like I said, you could be working with someone. Like a water sign, even. Could be another fire sign. But it's a new project. You're having to make a final judgment, or you're going through the final stages of this. Whatever this squabbling is, whatever this sudden thing happened, they got everybody talking. Something new comes out of it. Something good. Something that you have to give. This other path is you worrying about people maybe stabbing you in the back. And you may need to worry about whoever this water sign is. I mean, you got the Hierophant here, so this is like big corporations. It could be the internet, big discoveries, big company, you being in the spotlight, that type of thing. Princess of Cups Could be you're worried about that Princess of Cups and feeling stuck in some way, or indolent. Like it just kind of feels like you're treading water. And it could be with a specific person. Maybe you feel like they're holding you back in some way. Or you feel like the whole aspect of all that attention makes you feel that way. And maybe a lot of the attention makes you feel like that there's people after you, even though it's probably just a bunch of freaking trolls or a bunch of people, talking. Let people talk. You're the one that's getting talked about, so be it, right? It means you got something. It means you sparkling for some reason. With the Hierophant involved, it looks like you're standing out. So I wouldn't worry so much about all that. I think it's more worry than anything. I think that worry will keep you kind of stuck. Don't do that. Don't worry. Let people say what they want to say. Just look at it. You got them talking. That's enough. You got them talking. Now you have your platform. Do good with it. Give. I'm saying, right there is just work. Work hard. I really need to clarify on that. I don't know what it is that either it's coming that you're going to get discovered, or it already happened and you got discovered. And maybe you didn't even plan it to be that way. It's hard to say. Something you created, something you did, some kind of work you did, and it just blew up. And for Sagittarius, that would make sense. Yeah, you're going to have to spend time going within. You got the Happy Home there. You got the Interference card, but you also have the Hermit and then the Two of Swords, which is peace. Right? You're going to have to go within to keep from interfering with your own. You got to keep your head right, basically, is what this is saying. Keep yourself balanced. And I think meditation is going to help with that. Meditate, contemplate, reflect. It's going to be important because if you a lot of attention can make you feel like overwhelmed. So whatever this is giving you the attention, don't let it stress you too much. Spend time going inside, working through it. Don't repress anything because then it's going to come out of the unconscious in unexpected ways. So make sure you acknowledge and feel everything that you feel. And anything that you think or need to say, do it so that it isn't repressed. You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. If it's something bad, you can just kind of say it inside to yourself and kind of acknowledge it and then trace back why you felt you needed to say that or feel it in that way. And then you need to be able to kind of justify it, whether you should feel that way or not. That way it doesn't repress. Anyway, with that being said, Sagittarius, this looks like spotlight stuff. Please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. It will help with the algorithm. I am sorry it took me so long to make a video again. Like I said, I went through a pretty rough time when I went to Seattle. I got very sick. I'm still recovering. Either way, I'm grateful that you're here, Sagittarius. And I hope to see you again. Happy full moon.